Hey, welcome to the Clo Adventure channel. My name is Craig, and today we're going to do a video on upgrading the firmware of the OneLeaf NV500. This is a pretty simple process, but I thought I'd give you a real quick demonstration of how it's done and a couple of hints on what to do and what not to do. First of all, we're going to turn on the scope, and we'll flip the TV over to, well, take the cap off. We're going to put the video feed in. Here we are here. There's the scope. And what we're going to do is we're going to hold down the settings button and we're going to get the menu over here. Over here you'll see this is the first page. And if you turn it clockwise, you'll go move it down. And you'll go to page 2, and then go to page 3, and go to page 4, and go to this version info. If you hit the button, you'll see that I don't have a card in it right yet, but the software is version 004 on 03/04/2025. So that's that. Some of the things you're going to notice if we go back and we go to page, I think it's 2. In the new version, these two have been removed, so the 2K at 30 frames a second and the full HD at 30 frames a second, those are going to be gone. They've improved the software for the lenses. They've improved some of the quality on the scope itself and kind of made it go a little bit faster. But the biggest thing you're going to see is those two are gone and hopefully some of the clarity. So let's get in with what we have to do. So to do this, we have to go to the computer and we have to go get the software. If I can make a suggestion, get a extra SD card. The reason being is you have to pull the card back out and delete the firmware. Otherwise, every time you turn on the machine, the scope is going to go through a constant upgrading to version 5 over and over and over again. You have to pull the card out, go back to your computer, delete that bin file, and put the card back in. So it might be just as easier, just get a separate card, format it, download it, stick it in there, do it, and then you can format it again later. So let's do this. Let's go to the computer and see what we need to do. Well, here we are at the computer, and as you'll notice, here's the drives. You go to this PC and notice that there's no drive. So if you can, put the drive in, the card from the thing, and you'll notice that there's a new drive that pops up and it shows you what's on the drive. Now notice that there's a name to it, and mine's called S Star and it's drive D. You just remember that for later in this here. Next thing you know is go to the OneLeaf.ai website, and I'll leave a link in the description. From there, go to support and then hit resource, and then you'll see a few of these. If you scroll down a bit, you'll see that there's two for the NV500. One is the standard version, one is the Eagle version. In this situation, we're going to use the Eagle, and click that. Now here's an important notice with version 5 is it's going to wipe out all your ballistics information. So you need to go to the ballistics and copy down all the settings for that, because it's going to wipe them out. So from here, go to download, and you'll see it's downloading. And I'll zip through this a little bit faster so that you don't have to wait. But it should take anywhere from 30 to 60 seconds. And you see it's zipping through there, and when it's done, click on the little icon for the folder, and you'll see that that's the new file that's downloaded. Remember the folder that you had when you brought it in, the scopes card? Just drop and drag the file over. And when that's done, go down to the little caret, hit the USB port. That's the safety removal, the hardware removal. Tap that, eject the scope drive, and you should be ready to set. Now let's go to the scope. Back. So, hopefully you have your new firmware on the new chip. So what we'll do is we'll turn off the scope. Power off. I'm just pulling the HDMI cable just to make it easy. Put the new chip in and turn the machine on. Turn the scope on. You will then see this. And you have to wait for that bar to go across. It takes about 30 seconds, and I'll speed up right now and get to the end. Okay, we're back, and once the machine turns on, easiest thing to do again is get into the setup mode by holding down the setup button. And again, to get to page 4 a little easier, turn your knob counterclockwise. One time you'll see that it'll start from the bottom, and now just scroll up to the version number. As you see here, we're now at version 005 of 05/15/2025. And as I was stating before, if you go back to the biggest thing you'll know that it's there is when you go to movie mode, you'll notice that those two are now gone, which is better. Not very many people would use those, and you can always convert them down if you need it. So that's that. Well, I hope that was easy enough for you. The firmware. If you have any problems, leave a comment down below. And as always, glad you stopped by. Thanks again.